All right, just 1 minute to go. All right, it is 11 a.m. here in Germany. Welcome. My name is Christian, and I hope you're doing good. Welcome to this third part of this free webinar series with our partner broker, markets.com. Welcome to wherever you are in the Netherlands, in London, in the UK, or in Australia, or in Saudi Arabia. Very international, this whole webinar thing here. Before we are going to start with our third part, I would like to do a quick recap of the SwissBox trading strategy. I have received a couple of emails from guests from part 1 and part 2, and they have applied for a free trial with the SwissBox. So I think you guys are covered by the personal coach we have given you. And welcome. And so my colleague Jimmy, Daniel, or Michele, they're taking good care of you. So this trial goes for 30 days. So no pressure at all. We would like to show you how our trading strategies work on a trading account. So there's no pressure in subscribing to anything. We are the complete opposite of any regular trading coach you may know so far. We are giving out our stuff for free, again, for 30 days. We would like to give you an experience of what profitable trading strategies can be. And it's just up to you if you say, all right, so these unique trading strategies, they are suited for my own personal trading, or maybe not. And so that's not the end of the world. So we have developed shortcuts, trading strategies for Forex markets, but also for indices like the DAX, like the Dow Jones or the NASDAQ. So all our short-term, medium-term, and long-term strategies can be easily applied by everybody, no matter if you're a starter, if you're a beginner, or already an experienced trader. So it's just up to you if you see some value in these trading strategies. If yes, then it's good. We can have a chat. If you say no, it's not the time maybe to work with the Traders Club 24. So we are very open, transparent, and we are very honest in that regard. And have a chat with us, chat with myself, and we can tell you more about this kind of trading. All right, so on the left-hand side, Joe, good morning. We do have a chat option, so everybody who is new in this webinar can, of course, use the chat option here on the left-hand side. Don't worry, I'm the only one who first can see your comments or the messages, and if I press the button 1 on my keyboard, then I'm publishing your comments to everybody else. So please forgive me if I'm not publishing every comment. Sometimes it's just a bit too busy to do the webinar and to take care of the chat function itself. But I think we'll get it done pretty soon. So hi, Greg. Hello, Hitesh. Welcome to this webinar. All right. Just a little something to start with. So the SwissBox trading. We are going to talk about this one, about when you can apply it. Then I have brought a very decent PowerPoint presentation of the VolaBox trading. So don't be scared when I say a PowerPoint presentation, because it's a very interesting one, a very stylish one. And what's most important here is the strategy, which I would like to show you as well. So the VolaBox strategy gives you automatic trading signals in any markets. And we are going to take these signals along with our SwissBox trading. And I also show you the performance of our live trading room, of the German live trading room, which my colleague Carlos is doing. So everything is free visible. We are trading on a real live money account, and we are not reluctant to show the results. And also I would like to show you a little bit about the Traders Club as well. So these are the things we are going to talk about in the next 60 minutes. So I have to hurry a little bit. And again, if I'm missing any question from your side or any comment, please forgive me. We are here every day from 8:30 a.m. German time in the morning until 6 p.m. German time. So have a look at the webinar again. This is a recorded session. So we will put it on the landing page. We will send you out an email afterwards. So have a look. And if you still have any questions, please do get in contact with us. And we are more than happy to help you with that. Michele, hello as well to you. All right, great. The SwissBox trading is actually a very short-term trading strategy. SwissBox trading to capture short market impulses or market moves. So this is not a trend following strategy. It is more of an open range breakout trading strategy. So with the SwissBox trading, we try to capture the market at different market situations. Talking about that in the previous two webinars, but for the third time again, because it is very important. So whenever the market is trading in a certain situation, for instance, like the big number around here, so 12,900, that is a big number, but also 12,800, 30,000, and so on and so on. You get the idea. We know that once the market comes into that trading area, it's not very likely that the market price will stay there for a very long time. So on the other side, we know that if the market is not going to be there for a long time, it's going to break out. So maybe once the price is coming from down here, we'll have a clear breakthrough to the top, and the zone is left very, very quickly. On the other side, we've seen many cases over the last couple of years. So Traders Club is around for 11 years right now. So we've seen many occasions where the price is trading into that zone and then rebounding back from it. Either way, if the market is going to break through or not, it is a clear signal for us to use the SwissBox, so which is our signature trading strategy, and it is a tool specially designed for the MetaTrader. So tool specially designed for the MetaTrader. It is an add-on, so to speak, and it is not a fully automatic expert advisor. It is a half or semi-automatic trading advisor. So you are the captain of the boat, and you need to decide when you will place your orders. That is very important. It's not like a fully EA, you just click and go to work, or you go on holiday and you expect when you come back that you have made a fortune of money. That's right. That's me being honest, but I've never experienced any automatic trading system who is capable of doing that. And I'm personally in that trading business here for almost 20 years. even if I look a bit young, but I am. All right, 6 trading tools. You need to decide when there is a certain situation, when the market is going to break out. And one of these situations could be that the market is trading at such a big number. And look at this one. There was a breakout to the top, right? So it left the big number to the bottom, again to the top, to the bottom. And these are our trading situations. Another situation could be that we are looking for news trading. Right. So what usually happens when any news are coming out, the market will make a strong movement to the top or to the bottom. And that is the beauty about this trading strategy, is that we don't care if the market is going to go long or short. The idea, the logic behind the SwissBox trading is we are placing 2 pending order lines above, usually, not always, but usually above and below the current market price. And then we are waiting for the news to be released on farm payroll or some other important news, interest rate decision, so on and so forth. And then the market will usually make a very strong move in the very first second out of this box. So by placing these pending order lines around the market, we are trying to trap the market in that certain situation. Right, so news trading. Another one would be the big number, or another situation would be actually looking at some decent chart patterns, which I'm not going to go into deep today. That would be a different webinar. But if you are already an experienced trader and you're familiar with some chart patterns like 1, 2, 3, or a head and shoulder, or a triangle, or just simply place your box lines always around a new daily high or a daily low, a weekly high and a weekly low. And you will notice that for yourself if you are using our tools, that the market usually tends to do some extra points. It's not the case that whenever you have a new daily high that it will automatically result in a longer trend over the next hour or the next. It's not that case. Sometimes we see that the market will rebound, but it will make a reaction. That is the whole idea of the SwissBox trading, to trap the market in a situation when an increase in volatility is very likely. That is the idea. And for that, we have programmed this SwissBox where you can actually place the lines. You can enlarge the lines depending on whatever markets you are trading. So Forex should be a bit down. For the Dow, we are recommending a box size of 36 points, so on and so forth. Here you enter your size, your risk, and you see that we are usually starting with extremely low risk of 0.01. That is close to nothing. And with our partner broker markets, you are actually capable of trading micro lots. Sounds not that interesting, to be honest, but if you are checking your risk management properly, if you're not the trader who goes all in on one single trade, if you are trying to achieve realistic profits over the next year, over the next 5 years, over the next 10 years, then you should always work with a decent profit and a risk, of course. And the risk setting for the SwissBox trading is that we start with extremely low percentage of our equity. So that is our recommendation. You can say, all right, I do have a perfect entry signal, Christian, so why should I start with 0.01? All right, then if you consider this to be a perfect entry signal, then I would agree to risk a little bit more. Maybe we can go to 0.03 or 4 or 5, but it should always stay in that range. If you enter 1% just out of nothing, this strategy will not be very likely for you to succeed. Right. All right. Perfect trading strategy. If you are if you have some time in the early hours, so in our live trading room, we are usually trading it from 8:30 to until noon, and we come up with, let's say, 10 to 20 trading signals each morning. So we usually stop our trading for a extended lunch break, and then if the US markets will open up at 3:30 p.m. here in Germany, then we'll have additional trading chances. So it's a perfect trading strategy when there is some decent volatility, and you know that, I'm sure about that. Since Corona, the volatility is way above average and you have a lot of trading chances, and it is a short-term trading strategy. Short-term, usually the time of each trade is I don't know, on average maybe a minute or 2 minutes. So it's a very short-term strategy, close to scalping. All right, on the other side, and I was showing to you the master template at the last webinar. So we do have another trading strategy. It's called the MasterTemplate III. It's going on for 10 years now, or 11 years to be honest, and is a swing trading strategy on the M5 time frame. So this is not a scalping strategy, but we are using it on a M5 time frame. We are looking for trending markets and then rebound in these trending markets. So very clear and easy trading strategy with clear rule of sets. As always, when you use the TradersClub24 to be your trading coach, all our trading strategies come with a clear set of rules. We don't have any strategy where we are going to argue in the live trading room, argue about whether it is a trade or it is not a trade, because everybody who is a club member have gone a thorough lesson of coaching. And once we are in our live trading room, and by the way, I'm looking to start the English live trading room in October. So please keep that in mind. And from then on, we are not going to have 3 German-speaking live trading rooms, but also an English live trading room. So there won't be any arguing. It is a signal or it is not a signal. And with the master template, we do have a clear type of sets, as well as with our Kijun-Sen trading strategy. That is a template designed for our time frame. So it's more important, more interesting maybe for people who have a full-time job, who cannot really focus on that short-term trading, because clearly you have way too many to do with your trading, so you cannot focus on your job, and that's something which is not good. Your boss probably doesn't like that. But if you are retired, if you are self-employed, if you have that space, that free time in the morning, I would definitely go and do the SwissBox trading. But additionally, you can gain some profits from our trading strategy as well. And of course, we do have a daily trading strategy, which, to be honest, looks a bit similar to the SwissBox, to the master template, a bit similar, but we are trading it on the daily time frame. And actually, we have adjusted the settings of all the different indicators here as well. So the template for our trading strategy and the daily strategy, they are based on a individual type of indicators, all brought together within a template. And then we have these markets open down here in the MetaTrader, and we can just double check based on the timely setting of this template whenever there is a clear entry signal. So with a timely or with a daily trading with a daily trading strategy, we of course check our signals on a daily basis, either very late in the afternoon or during night at approximately 10 p.m. German time or 11 p.m. German time, when we are checking the closing of the actual daily candle. But of course, if that's too late, and for me it is too late, so I'm always double checking the signals next morning when I come into the office at between 7 and 8 a.m. So, and yeah, sometimes you have the take profit reached during the night, so be it. but sometimes the price is still staying at the same level of the closing price. If you're interested, as this is just a very quick webinar, if you're interested in the master template or 4-hour trading or even the daily trading signals, I can ask you to drop us an email, info@tradersclub24.de, and I will have one of our personal trading coaches give you a call. We can install these strategies on your personal demo account, which we will provide for you. So everything is set up, pre-set up, and you are free to test our trading strategy because we know they work. Otherwise, it would be just stupid to give out something for free and then to accept any bad response. But we know that if you apply them in the correct way with the correct risk adjustments, then you should make some money using our trading strategies. All right, and when I'm talking about our team, I would like to switch just real quickly from our MetaTrader coming back to the website, and down here, that's our team here in Hamburg. It's a part of this webinar here, so I have to wrap it up. I have to pack everything in today. And so once the website is working, so this is my colleague Carlos, he's doing the German live trading room. This is myself, my colleague Alexander, who has invented the SwissBox, so he's a clever guy. There's my colleague Christoph, who is our head of programmer, and he's doing head of programming, and he came up with all these other trading strategies. For instance, VolaBox, which I'm going to talk about just the next couple of minutes. So there's Marcus, he's taking care of our Michele, one of our training coaches, as well as Freddie, Jimmy, and we do have Daniel and Daniel too, and these are just good guys, to be honest, and their job is to make sure that you are happy, and if you're not happy, drop me an email and I'll take care of your personal needs personally. Okay. Now, I was talking about a statistic. So in our member area on the German website, so we do have an area which is called statistics, and I would like to give you just a brief look at, oh, sorry, here we are already. So we have attached our live trading account with my FX book, which you may have heard of. And now, while you are reading all these numbers and not listening to what I'm saying, anyhow, I want to point, or I need to point out that our live trading room is not a performance room. So our aim is not to make as much money as possible on this trading account. If that would be the case, we wouldn't be a trading coach, we would be an asset manager, and we would just trade in the morning hours, we would trade in the afternoon hours, and we probably would trade during the night, applying our very own trading strategies. It's not our aim to push our profits to the sky. However, the live trading room, the German one, and so will be the English one, is to give you the chance to interact with myself, with other traders, and we will learn together how to apply our trading strategies. And that's a big different thing. Rather than just executing the trades, if you're doing a live trading room, you have to take care about the questions, you have to be a good moderator, and of course, you have to be a good trader. So different things, and I can tell you from my experience that we've tried many traders who had their own live trading room with us. So when we started 11 years ago, we had 5 different trading rooms, and they all had a great track record. But once you put them in front of a camera, in front with or using a headset, and it just vanished. You couldn't concentrate on your very own trading. So it is a tricky thing, which you may understand. And again, the live trading room is a sort of a community of a get together, and applying these trading strategies accordingly. So we are not leaving you by sending you out any PDF handout or giving you videos and say, all right, good luck with your trading, speak next year. That's not the case. So the big difference to all other trading coaches is that we are going to have a live trading room in which we are executing our very own trading strategies. Still, if you say, all right, I mean, MasterTemplate looks great, SwissBox seems like a cool idea. Just to show you that we actually work, I've brought you my FX books, so my colleague Carlos. So far, he is, yeah, the account is doing quite well. We are plus over 30%. And for this year alone, for 2020, we are close to, I think, 12%, if I'm not mistaken. And our aim is to deliver an annual performance of 15%. That's our own goal, and 15%, that is, I think, not too bad if you do it constantly over a couple of years. Okay, so this is my FX book account, and just to show you that I'm not talking about any wild numbers here. If you're applying these trading strategies correctly, you will make some money. Okay, I'm talking quite fast, I think, today. Trying to put everything into this webinar as possible. All right. Good. Now I'm going to have a look on the left-hand side into the chat here. Mazina, hello and good morning. I'm hedged on the 5th box. All right. Good morning from John. And John, do you have an English live trading room? Not now, because I'm going on holiday in September. But when I come back in October, and we are going to have an English live trading room from October on, right? So that's promised. And until then, try our trading strategies, use our personal trading coaches, and I will take care of the rest, everything from October on. Hope that's okay with you. Okay. I was talking earlier about different trading situations. You remember? So we had these news announcements. We had, or there are news announcements when you can very easily apply the SwissBox trading strategy here on your trading account. There are chart pattern situations, for instance, where you can trade. But I think this requires a little bit of experience. If you're completely new to trading, and until now, if you have just traded some stocks on the long-term basis, then when you come into our trading room, when you use our unique trading signals here, it's a bit of a different ballgame. So we are providing you with automatic trading signals. And what automatic trading signals? It is called TC24 Vola box. Right. A Vola box is actually, I mean, it looks simple. The calculation, the testing behind it was a different story. It took approximately 3/4 of a year to have this kind of strategy fully developed, to be tested, and then to be launched in our live trading room. And please forgive me, I'm not that kind of person who is, so here in Hamburg, there's a big fish market, and you have these guys which are called Marktschreier, and they are saying, all right, get this one for free, and all right, come, give me €5 and I'll put something more on it. And so they are trying to sell as good as they can. I'm not that kind of person. However, I think if you have developed great trading strategy, it's just fair to say how well it is doing, right? And with this Vola box strategy, we've achieved a hit rate of 100% in our live trading room. Yeah, 100%. That is honestly totally incredible. But once we have launched the live trading room, you will see it for yourself. Today, I would like, or in the second part of this webinar, I would like to get your interest in this strategy just a little bit. I'm not trying to confuse anybody of you, just to put it all in and to show you what different kinds of trading strategies we have, in what different kinds of trading strategies we coach you. Okay, now let's start with this very easy looking template over here. The SwissBox is an algorithm, is an indicator which automatically puts a green zone somewhere in the chart. Yeah, so we have a green zone up here, we have a green zone down here, and if I'm going to shrink that chart, or if I'm going to go onto a different time frame, you see all these green areas here in the chart, and these areas or zones or vola boxes, whatever you want to call it, and they will automatically display it in the chart for you by the algorithm. And you can expect the price whenever it gets into that greenish zone or that green zone, not to stay there for a long time. Again, so I'm not trying to tell you that once the market gets into the green zone, I'm not trying to tell you the market will go up or it will go down, because I don't know, unfortunately. But I can tell you for sure that once the price is going into that box, the price will break out sooner or later. It's like a bottle of champagne. You just have to shake it very well once it pops. Usually the box, and we see it here in the chart, usually the price is leaving that box very, very soon. Like here, market came down, shoot back up right away, or like this. Price came down from here, tried to go to the top. Not sure if we reached the take profit, because that is usually quite close with these settings up here. The take profit is usually just 7.5 points away for the initial take profit. We can, of course, but with the initial one, 7.5 points. So we were long at the first trade, and then market turns. We are short in the second trade. That's the idea of the SwissBox. So we can go long and short at the same time. That's important. Here. Going long and short at the same time. That's why some guests have called the SwissBox also hedging strategy, and that is absolutely correct. So we are long in the first trade, market turned, we are short in the second trade, and here's our take profit. Thank you very much, and that's it. Then the market came right back into that, and it was leaving that green box or green area very quickly again. For this one, it took a bit longer. However, it was to be highlighted here during the lunchtime, and that's usually not a time when we trade. Up here, market came, was leaving the box very, very quickly. So here, again, and unfortunately, I think that is yeah. Unfortunately, the DAX is not trading in any green zone today. I was double checking the price and crossing my fingers that we are going to have a trading signal when I'm doing the webinar. Unfortunately, the DAX is extremely uncertain about the market movement. So if you are watching our videos on, or even the English videos on YouTube, I'm considering the of 12,800 to be extremely important. On the top side, the story is a little bit different. So everything above 13,000 is considered to be long, but the DAX is currently trading, as yesterday as well, within. So it's, yeah, tit for tat. It's not a clear trading signal, and unfortunately, the DAX is also not trading at any box. So if that's the case, right, so what should we do? We can wait, we can make stupid things and trade stupid trading signals, stupid setups, or we just apply these algorithms to other charts as well, to other markets, because there are a lot. So for instance, this one, so US dollar, Canadian dollar, and the the market is currently trading within such a vola box. Or let's double check with the Euro US dollar, very interesting market. And yeah, very interesting market. Just real quick for you. So we had a trend line here on a monthly chart, right? And currently we see a breakthrough to the upper side. And yeah, I think it was Goldman Sachs who last week came out with a price target of 125. I've seen difference of 150, even 160. Right. Still great. Coming back to the M5 time frame, because I want to show you. I want to talk about these vola boxes and not any other trading signals we have. So that would be a vola box, and yeah, of course we can put it into the Dow Jones as well. However, we concentrate. I mean, the Dow Jones is built right now, but we concentrate on the market opening of the Dow Jones and then maybe the next hour afterwards. So to put all these different trading signals into one single chart, that is possible. Otherwise, you would just need to click the left or right, and you would probably end up having 20, 30 charts open at the same time. And they will take a little bit of data from your Wi-Fi, so that's not a good thing. And we have developed a so-called Trade Radar. Trade Radar is a market scanner. It is an automatic scanner, and we have a Trade Radar for the daily trading signals, for the 4-hour trading signals, and we have a Trade Radar for our blue box trading strategy, and of course we have a Trade Radar for our vola box trading strategy. And if you have applied the right template, it's going to look like this one. So whenever I open up a new chart and I add this indicator vola box into the chart, it is automatically attached to this Trade Radar. So you see the different markets here: DAX, Dow, Euro Dollar, Dollar CAD, Dollar Yen, Cable, Euro Y, and also Canadian Dollar as an example. And this chart will automatically tell you whenever the market is currently trading in a green box, and then it's blinking yellow, or you could enable an acoustic signal by clicking on this button, and then you hear a bing whenever the market is coming into that green area. So now let's check with the Euro Dollar. I know already what's going on because we were just looking at it. So the market price is trading in that zone, and that's the reason why it's blinking. Same here, and yeah, that's about it. So unfortunately, no signal in the DAX. So when it is blinking, what do we do with that kind of information? We go down, for instance here, dollar CAD, go down into that specific chart. We have the SwissBox already added in the chart. You remember, I hope you remember that one. You'll find the SwissBox always on the left-hand side in the navigator if you have installed our free trading tools. So just double click, I've already did that. And then very easily, I'm clicking here on this round object in the chart, and it will apply the buy stop and the sell stop order directly into the chart. All I have to do is to select the size, so my risk and my target, which I try to keep it very low. And I'm going to click on entry on. Right, now let's double check down with the trading terminal. Here my penny orders, a buy stop order, a sell stop order, and the market is trapped for now. It's trapped, and I'm waiting for the market to leave that zone. From my experience, I can tell you that these vola box trades, when you're trading currencies, they will take a bit longer than when you're trading indices, and that's because of the different volatility. So you may can adjust these box slightly downwards. So it doesn't need to be a 15 pip box. You can, for instance, try 10 pips box, but that's a minimum. Don't go like 5 pips. That's not going to work in the long run. That's just too risky. So we had a club member here coming to our office yesterday, and yeah, he was telling me that he was doing great with euro dollar SwissBox trading, but a 5 pip box. Yeah, I mean, what can you argue? If as long as he's making money, that's great, but sooner or later the risk will try to catch you, and especially if the market is swinging within your box, then you wish that you would have selected a different size of a box. Trust me on that. But don't take my word. Try it on your own trading account with the tools. Right. So we've covered that market, US dollar CAD. That's good. And now in data, I would go back to the roller box and just have a decent cup of coffee and wait for the next entry signal. To give you an idea, that we would have usually 5 to 10 trades running simultaneously at the same time. Plus, we are adding the ones from the MasterTemplate. We have a daily trading strategy trade open. So that's not just like we focus on a single trade, but we will always use the vast majority of different trading signals to be executed. As long as the market, that's always import. Otherwise, it's not a shame to stay away from a market if there's nothing going on whatsoever. Okay. All right. I have a PowerPoint presentation brought with me. No, please don't go away. It is a good one, and I'm very thankful of my colleague Alex, who was doing that PowerPoint presentation for me, and he was finishing it earlier this morning. Yeah, I think it's worth staying, and in this PowerPoint, it is about the Vola box trading and to give you step by step an idea of this strategy, how it is actually working and applied to the market. Before we come to that, I'm looking at the chat here one more time. What is a quote? Right. Yeah, there's a frame. So Sachin, what are you saying? In the SwissBox strategy, does the time frame of the chart have any effect on when the subsequent trades are created by the system? No, absolutely not. The boxes are always the same, regardless of the time frame. So you can just change the time frame for you if you feel more comfortable looking at the M1 chart or M5 chart. Sometimes I think you have to go down in the time frame for clear entry signal. Sometimes you have these nested boxes when they are a bit overlapping, but the signal is a signal regardless the time frame. I can't find the roller box. Yeah, Marina. So the Vola box is sort of our premium trading strategy. But before we come to that, before you are going to use that in your demo version or in any live account, have to be club member. That's something I need to point out. So we are not giving away the Vola box for free. Please do understand. However, if you will be a guest in our live trading room, I will be trading the Vola box free, right? So you could apply these trading signals out of the live trading room to your MetaTrader right away. It could be a bit tricky. Of course, we can give you access for the ones who are already club members. It is an add-on. I'm not trying to break here with any always a high hit rate, but it is our premium trading strategy. And again, it costs us 3/4 of a year to develop this one, even though it looks extremely simple, but it was the idea of making it look simple and to come up with great trading results. Okay, no problem, Sashi. Thank you. All right, so again, a Vola box. And so while I'm doing the Vola box, I cannot look into that. So please forgive me about that. The Vola box is actually a breakout trading strategy with a statistical advantage. And I'm trying to get you more interested in this kind of trading. But keep in mind, please, that we do have other trading situations as well. It is not all about the Vola box trading here in the Traders Club, right? We do have the daily trading signals. We do have the master template. And of course, you can apply the SwissBox on your very own by focusing on economic markets or by concentrating on the big number trading or with a blue box trading or with a chart pattern. So you can apply the SwissBox at any point of time in the market. It's just that if you would like to increase your performance a little bit, if you are not familiar with chart pattern or with news trading, in that specific case, you could add the Vola box in your trading, and it is of definite value for you. So markets are mostly in a chaotic state most of the time, and most of the time there's nothing going on in the market price itself. So if you look down here, could up ending doing horrible trades. There was no trend whatsoever, no clear breakout. And it is important that we find the right opportunity. So being a trader, and sorry, Martina, you sent me your account history last Friday, and I was like, what is she doing? Please forgive me, but I think it's okay if I mention this. So it is not about the quantity of trading. I'm not going to tell how many trades you did, but it is about the quality of trading. And the quality of trading is sometimes to wait for a right signal and then for a promising signal where you could adjust your take profit and just let trades run a little bit. If the volatility is high, you can just, with blind eyes, you can place these pending order lines anywhere in the market. If the vola is head high and the DAX is making 200 points per day, or Dow Jones 400 points a day, then it is more or less a given that you will end up always with a winning trade. But that is not the idea of the vola box trading. The idea is not to do as many trades as possible, but to select some quality trades and then to adjust the take profit. You're not happy with the 7.5 points, and you shouldn't be, but you should wait for the first market impulse. It should trigger your first take profit, and then just let the trade run a little bit. Try to get out like 10 or 20 points out of the market. I know it's easier said than done because we don't know the markets, but if you're using the vola box at again, chart patterns or a daily high, for instance, then there's always the likelihood that it will make a couple of points extra. Okay, sorry, Martina. I think your good talks with Daniel, and he's taking good care of you. He's one of our most experienced trading coaches here, and I'm sure he said the right words to you. All right, so we are going to trade breakouts with statistical advantage, and these breakouts are displayed in the MetaTrader chart with this green zone. So the basic idea of the vola box. So why there's a green zone suddenly in the market? So we think, and it is our understanding of trading, that the market has a memory. So there are prices in which the price is relatively seldom for a very short time. So we are looking back at the past of the market, of the past movements. And once the market is trading at such a zone, then a breakout is extremely likely. To give you an idea that, so if you're trading your own trading style and you're placing a stop loss, for instance, then please ask yourself that whenever you're placing a stop loss, I think it is more likely that you have placed a stop loss at a round number at, let's say, 13,000 point mark, or 12,800 or 12,750, rather than 12,856.85. Okay, if you say, all right, yeah, I like placing my stop loss at these roundish 50 point or 25 point mark price levels, then you can be assured that there are many other traders out there who think exactly the same way. So whenever the market is trading at such a round number, there's, from the broker side of you, there's in the order book, there are many orders which needs to be filled. So once that's done, the market is going to leave that zone very likely. And whenever we have these many orders in the order book, then it is likely that we'll have a green zone in the chart as well. Here again, a nice slide. So we are looking at the probability profile of where the market was in the past and where the market has not been trading for a long period of time. So the market was touching one price level and it was leaving that price level very quickly. Price and volume is the trading idea here behind this one. So sometimes we have the prices coming from down here, coming into the box and leaving the box very quickly. That's fine. On the other side, sometimes the box could be regarded as some sort of a support or resistance area when the market is going to rebound. So this would be a profitable trade, but also this one and also this one, right? So we are trying to catch any breakout from these zones with our SwissBox strategy. So sorry about the wording, Vola box, SwissBox, Blue box. I know. We should have been more inventive when we came up with these strategies, but now things are like they are and we'll have to live with it. So this slide shows you an example of where the market is, and there's a Vola box down here, there's a Vola box up here, and another one up here. If the market is trading around this market level, we are not doing anything. We are just waiting for a clear signal, right? So as a trader, sometimes you have to be patient. Actually, not sometimes, but most of the times, I think. Most of the times, and from your trading experience as well, sometimes it is better to wait for a clear entry signal, no matter if you are a trend trader or if you are a short-term trader. And I'm pretty sure that there are a couple of viewers here in this webinar who have many examples of doing stupid trades because they had just all the time in the world. And and if you're bored, if you're looking on the MetaTrader or looking at any other trading platform and you would like to do something, but there's no clear signal, see for a couple of minutes, you say, all right, yeah, I'll wait. Come on, let's do that trade. And we all know what this particular trade is going to do. It's not going to go well. It's even worse if that's a good trade, because then you're doing the same mistake over and over again until one time you are good with a couple of decent trades, and then there's one trade, which is usually on a Friday, I presume, which is taking all your profits away. And these horrible trades are mostly done by being boring, by just looking at the chart and there is no clear signal. Same with the Vola box. The Vola box alone won't make you profitable as long as you're not willing to be patient, as long as you're not willing to wait for the right entry signal, right? So I can talk about MasterTemplate, I can talk about Vola box. There are hundreds of other trading strategies out there. If you are not applying these strategies correctly, then you will probably not be a good trader. All right, so come up with your own trading plan, talk to your wife or make yourself psychologically be a stable trader, and then with our strategies as well, we can try to help you. That's why we have the live trading room. So we don't want to leave you alone with any signals. We try to execute them together. So sorry, talking too much here. Let's go back to the Vola box. Market is here, up here, up here. And once the market comes into that zone, then we are going to place our SwissBox around that level. Right. So the Vola box can be or has to be used with our Vola box. So both the SwissBox tool on the right and the Vola box trading strategy, they go together hand in hand. Right. So once the price goes into that area, all we have to do is to click on this round object here. Sorry, that's still in German. It says entry on, entry off, close all. Yeah. So once the price goes into that green area, we'll click on this round button, and then the SwissBox, which is also in the chart, will automatically place a pending box on top and on the bottom of that green zone. And the Vola box package actually consists of the indicator itself, but also the trade radar Vola box. So both come hand in hand. And we've seen that already. It simplifies the daily trading of the Vola boxes even more. So it is, time consuming to work with the trade radar. And honestly, by not clicking from one chart to another, by not having to change the time frame, so we are trying to actually set a focus on the trading and not to be lost in 20, 30 different charts, different time frames, and then there's nothing going on in the market. What you do, you go to, I don't know, TradingView, Forex Factory, FX Read, and you see what other guys are writing on this. Somebody says I'm going long, and another one is saying I go short, and all these different influences. If influences, not sure. All these different influences on your trading, and they will affect you over a long period of time. So we have designed the trade radar, which is making, or which should make things as easy as possible. So very nice looking slide here, the trade radar Vola box. It will tell you how many pending orders we have, how many are active, how many Vola boxes I have closed. It will tell you the time, of course. And this is a nice feature. If you are not fully focused, sitting in front of your computer, you can, of course, enable the acoustic signal at the Vola box. So whenever, if you're working on this desk and whenever any market is coming into the Vola box, you will hear a ping on your headset, and so on and so forth. And then you can, turn your chair, look back onto the MetaTrader, and place this SwissBox over here. So I have to hurry up, unfortunately, 3 minutes until noon, and we are probably going to extend the webinar because I don't want to rush any things. All right, so it's called the scan list. Everything is visible on the left-hand side over here. All the information you will actually need. And sometimes in the chart, you have multiple boxes. You have a box above the current market price. You have a box below the current market price. Everything is seen here in this box. So one thing I haven't mentioned yet is, that's also important, actually everything I say is important, I think. The price doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, sorry, your pending order lines, they necessarily doesn't have to be around the current market price. So you could even say, all right, so here's a chart. I see vola boxes above and below the chart. And with a SwissBox, you can select these areas up front. So if you have to go on lunch, you can use the SwissBox and you can place these lines up front. When the market is still way below here. So you don't, the market price doesn't have to be trapped between the pending order lines. So you can even set a trap at any future trading price. And this is called a pending box. So this is a very, very neat thing here as well. So, so there's a custom indicator vola box, and you can adjust, of course, the box size for yourself. Again, if you're trading the Forex markets, you may want to reduce it just slightly. And hello, Carlos. So every market, or let's say DAX, has a different box size as a Dow Jones, as a FTSE, as a Euro dollar, or as a NASDAQ. Right? It's all based on the volatility. Couple guidelines. When do we trade the vola boxes? Here in Germany, we start trading the vola boxes from 9 a.m. until noon, and then again when the US markets have opened from 3:30 p.m. It's all German time as well. And once the Dow has opened, you could of course trade the DAX as well. So that's just an example of the box size, right? So DAX 15 points, Dow Jones 36 points with a SwissBox or with a vola box, but again, they go hand in hand. Euro dollar and all these different things here. So these are the current box size recommendations from the Traders Club. Keep in mind that you shouldn't trade during public holidays, and that's a given rule here at the Traders Club. We do not trade when on the day the non-farm payroll numbers are coming out. That is the only day in the month, except Saturdays and Sundays, of course. That's the only day when we do not trade in the live trading room. So the daily routine, I think this is very not only interesting but very important as well, because if you consider yourself a full-time trader, it's like a proper job, and you need to have a daily routine. So we start by, or as an example, we start by looking at the daily news. So what is coming out today? What are specific news when I, for instance, with a MasterTemplate, I shouldn't trade? On the other side, if there are news coming out with the SwissBox, that's exactly what we are looking for. We would like to trade the news announcement. So open boxes, check open positions, 9 a.m. or we could add here, have a decent cup of coffee, a good breakfast, and then start of trading for the vola boxes. The vola boxes will automatically appear in the chart, so you don't have to do anything. And then we are not trading during the lunch break. Right. So this could be some sort of a daily routine. Right. So with any trading strategy, there's always some sort of a risk. It is not, I mean, the hit rate is 100% with the vola box. That's great, but there's also some risk involved in trading. And the risk with the vola box is that you place your pending order lines around a market level or during a certain time of the day when there's no volatility going on. And then you could end up, or this trade could open up a long trade, a short trade, another long trade, another short trade. This is what we called swinging up. So the risk is to place too small of a box or to trade during late evening or during the night when there's nothing going on. Then that is a certain risk, and you should be aware of that. Also mind that there is a slippage. This shouldn't be a big issue as long as you are trading with one of our partner brokers, and we make sure that they've passed on not only the negative slippage, but also the positive slippage to your trading account. Spread widening, especially if you're trading the European currencies during the night. Again, it is not a good time to trade Euro British pound at 1 a.m. in the morning. You probably know that, but still, I need to highlight this as well. Right. Before you start with any live account, accept our offer of a free trial, try these different markets, and of course, start with one trading strategy. Start with applying the SwissBoxes individual for your very own trading. Don't mix it up with a SwissBox or with a daily trading strategy. Right? It is very important if you are thinking about becoming a club member. Don't put all the different trading strategies into one cup, shake it well, and it's probably not ending up good. Concentrate on all these individual trading strategies week by week, month by month, and then you can add up your portfolio. And after a couple of months, from my experience as a trading coach, you will have a very thorough understanding of applying these trading strategies. But don't put them all together. It will probably more confuse you than it will help you. So I'm close to the end of this presentation here, and also with my webinar. Mind that the boxes, they can shift, and the boxes will update in the chart automatically. Boxes can disappear, and new boxes can and will be added. And these are the recommendations based on the settings in our German-speaking live trading room: size, target, custom target, and a maximum loss, of course. Do keep in mind that we also use a stop loss. It's not like we are going long and short and long and short and long and short. So we always have the opposite open order automatically done by the SwissBox. So whenever we go long, the SwissBox will automatically place a sell stop order on the upper side of the box. But still, if Mr. Trump is doing some twittering, I know, or if there are any important news are coming out, we are always having a stop loss in the market as well, which is some sort of an emergency stop loss. Sorry, that was a bit too quick. So you can use your own settings in the box as well. You don't have to listen to our recommendations. Actually, I would like to try you out different settings, and then you will make your own experience. Right. Just very lastly, if you have captured a market where there's no volatility going on whatsoever, and you're completely helpless and you don't know what to do, we do have a hedge button embedded in the SwissBox, and the hedge button is some sort of a pause button, a halt button. When you click on that button, everything is frozen on your account. So the current loss or the current profit, it is frozen by opening. So the SwissBox will open up automatically in opposite order. So you down in the trading terminal, you have a couple of orders, but you have the same position size on the long side, but on the, as well on the sell side. So everything is frozen. And once that happens, we call it the hedge. You can either accept the loss, and to be honest, when you're trading, you have to accept losses. There's no such strategy as just a winning strategy. Sometimes you have to accept the loss, or what you could do, we are trying to release the hedge at a later point of time, or maybe on the next day. And this is what this slide is telling you about. So we can decide whether we are going to release a hedge with a buy order or with a sell order, or we could release a hedge with another box of the original box. Right now it gets a bit confusing. I'm trying to avoid that. Please forgive me if I'm not commenting on these slides here. But what I would like to show you at the very end is that here's an I button in the SwissBox tool. And the I button will tell you upfront, before the trade is open, it will tell you upfront how many trades you can do with your trading account. And of course, that is based on the leverage of your account, is based on the setting, on the risk setting of your account, and it is based on the account balance, of course, and of course of the market. So the DAX has a different margin than the Dow and the euro dollar, of course. But you will know upfront how many trades you could do possible and what good situation there might be of doing the hedge. And it is more likely to be in that area than in this area, as you will notice. Something you have to practice on a demo account. Definitely. All right, maximum loss as well. So all very important informations about this SwissBox. And that's pretty much it. Not pretty much, that is it. We do have the disclaimer, of course. We don't give any trading recommendations in our coachings, nor in the trading room. It is a coaching room. And also any past performance should not be seen as future performance as well. So I have to say, I have to show these slides, but I think you are, as experienced traders, you are aware of that as well. So closing down the PowerPoint presentation. In the meantime, we are long in the dollar CAD with our very first trade. It is a market which is more likely to be interesting during the afternoon once the American markets have opened, not so much during the European opening time. Now it is 10 minutes past 12. I hope I have given you all the information you may have asked for. I would like to thank you very much if you are here in this live webinar or whether you are watching the recording. I would like to thank as well our partner broker markets.com for making that possible, and my colleague Alex, of course, for doing such an amazing PowerPoint presentation, and of course for inventing the SwissBox trading. Right, so that needs to be said. We are here for you anytime. Try to request a free strategy trial on our website or just drop us an email. Thanks very much for watching. And I'm looking very forward to our English-speaking live trading room starting in October, that's for sure. Until then, thanks very much and see you soon. Bye-bye.